From Exeter, England, Jay Mortimore.
So the first heavyweight to join us is Jay Mean Streak Mortimore. He is representing Team Lionheart and comes with a 6-3 record. Now, quite interestingly, these two fighters were due to meet of October last year. They have since had some very friendly conversations, in fact, about this fight and how they were going to market it, but they were both very respectful of one another. Now, Jay is looking to get back into winning ways. He's lost in both of his Cage Warriors outings. He got submitted by a quite interesting submission last time out, and I think he was quite upset about that, so really looking to make a statement this evening.
Yeah, of course, TKO'd in his first outing back at Fight Night 1 by Andreas Kraniatakis. It's been a long layoff for Jay Mortimore before he got in the cage against Eddie Benson in his last fight. He did have a very solid start to his career, going 6-1, but this step up in competition has caused him a few issues. Probably has the edge in the stand-up here tonight. He is a very solid striker and does have a bit more experience than his opponent. And he's been working very hard on his ground game. How's that going to fare him against a submission specialist like Dayman Lake?
Entering the cage next, fighting out of the red corner from Chatham, Kent, England, Dayman Lake.
And here comes his opponent, looking very focused indeed. It's Dayman Godzilla Lake, representing Combat Sports Academy and bringing an even 2-2 record. Now, he impressed us in his first outing at Cage Warriors, submitting Rab Truesdale in very nice fashion indeed. As I mentioned, he showed a lot of respect to Mortimore in the lead up to this fight. He has never been stopped. He had a successful semi-pro career. I think he went 6 straight without defeat. And as we can see there, he is on the London Fight Store preparation point with his coach, Lee Johnston. I've been down to their gym, Josh, and he's a very mobile heavyweight fighter. Yeah,
that's one thing I've noticed watching him at various grappling competitions. I've seen him fight other guys in the heavyweight division who are huge heavyweights, 130 or more kilos, but he's so much more dynamic and so much more mobile than your average heavyweight, and that gives him a really unique advantage when it comes to the ground game. I think currently a blue belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, but don't let that phase you. He is very competent when it comes to applying that Jiu-Jitsu in MMA. It's been exactly an 8-month layoff for him though, so let's see if that plays a part.
A lot of noise was being made about Dayman Lake early on in his career, and he'll be wanting to get that level up again tonight as he faces a very stern challenge in Mortimore.
Once again, fight fans, 3 rounds, heavyweight action in the cage. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist standing 6 feet 4 inches tall, weighing in 258 1/4 pounds. This professional brings an outstanding record, 6 victories and 3 defeats. From Exeter, England, here is Jay Mean Streak Mortimore. And next his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner, a mixed martial artist standing 6 feet 2 inches tall. He weighed in 261 1/2 pounds. His professional record is even with 2 victories and 2 defeats. Fighting out of Chatham, Kent, England, here is Dayman Lake. Referee in charge of the action, Neil Hall.
So Neil Hall is the 3rd man in the cage, and Josh, Dayman Lake has not yet blinked. He is wearing the black with yellow shorts, and Jay Mean Streak Mortimore is in the black with white trim. We are underway in this first round.
Well, let's see how quickly Dayman Lake tries to close the distance here. Mortimer's got to really stay on the outside, try and work that striking.
A good 1-2 from Lake.
Oh, and he's troubling Lake a little, but immediately driven back against the fence, and it's Mortimore with the top position. Immediately, good half-guard work from Dayman Lake. We saw how quick he was back to his feet there, John.
Back and forth action here in the first round as Mortimore sensed the takedown.
Now this is perhaps where Mortimore has had a couple of issues, choosing to strike in the clinch rather than wrestle, but doing a good job Oh, but he's let the hands get connected. Huge pickup.
Big slam from Dayman Lake. Really good elevation. And it had Mortimore's head slamming back down after his body onto the mat.
What kind of power does it take to do that to a 120-kilo human being?
He's looking for a crucifix position.
Yeah, looking for the key lock.
Setting up the Americana.
Yeah, he's got one win by the submission already in his career. Crucifixed with the key lock. This is a very bad spot for Jay Mortimore.
Horrible spot for Jay Mortimore. We've come to know and love Jay. He's been on our travels with Cage Warriors, and he's a very likeable individual. But he's in a really bad spot here, as Dayman Lake is heavy across his chest and is using some horrible elbows. The point of the elbow right across the face of the man from Exeter.
And he has a lot of time to work here, keeping his top control very tight.
There's not a lot that Mortimore can do to defend these. He's kind of trying to headbutt, and that is enough.
Oh, and he's
Horn,
not happy with the stoppage.
He's called a halt to this early in the first round. There wasn't actually an awful lot that could be done. It was the crucifix position that enabled Dayman Lake to get the finish. Very nicely worked out, very nicely executed. All he had to do was keep up that work rate, and Jay Mean Street Mortimer did not have an answer to the escape to that, and he is really upset. Dayman Lake, you wouldn't actually know that he's won the fight. I don't know if it's quite sunk in yet, but that, ladies and gentlemen, was an impressive performance. We didn't see an awful lot from these heavyweights, but it was good back and forth action, and now Lake is relaxing into the appreciation of his victory. I'm going to hand this over to Joe Martinez.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes at 1 minute, 56 seconds, round number one. Referee Neil Hall calls a halt to the bout. Your winner by TKO victory, Dayman Godzilla Lake.
A victory dance from Godzilla Lake, as he is now about to share a few words with Josh.
I'm here with our winner, Dayman Lake. Dayman, excellent top control once you got the fight to the ground. It controlled him in the crucifix position, landed a lot of punches. Give us your thoughts on that finish.
Well, it's something that I seem to get easily in fights. If they give it to me, I'm going to take it. I trained very hard for this fight. Jay's a well-respected opponent. I want to thank Cage Warriors. I want to thank my sponsor, Solo Supplements. I want to thank all my training partners at Combat Sports Academy UK. We're doing it, baby. We're climbing those ranks. And Cage Warriors, if you mind handing me a little title, I'll be glad to fight for it, because I trained hard for this stuff, man.
You started off your career very, very well. You had a good performance here on Cage Warriors, went 2-0. Couple of hiccups on the road in the last year. How does it feel to get back with a good first-round victory?
To be totally honest, those hiccups, one of them was my fault, another one I was blatantly robbed, but that's the past. I'm looking to the future. I'm going to make it to the top regardless.
Well, I don't need to ask how far you think you can go in this sport. Ladies and gentlemen, great performance for your winner, Dayman Godzilla Lake.